Well, hey, neighbor, it's me, Angie. Come on in. This is our live neighborhood chat. Yeah, I didn't put up a. I thank y'all for coming and visiting me today. I'm glad y'all were here. Let's see, and I'm going to have to tell you all that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I will have my neighborhood. Hey, hey, hey. My hair is got these little curvy waves in it. But anyway, how are y'all doing? Welcome in, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. We're checking in on our neighbors this morning. Yes, we are. See how everybody's doing. See if everybody's making it okay. How your week is going. Well, actually, it's just the second day of the week. Hey, Lisa, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Subi. Hey, Subi, welcome in. Raid from Ella, 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 Ella. Thank you, Ella. What are y'all doing today? Today's Tuesday. I had to come live today because tomorrow I have something to do. This week is just filled, and I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to go live if I didn't go live today. And I wanted to see how y'all were doing. Hey, Jessica. Let's see. Lisa, beautiful Lisa. Have y'all ever been over to her channel, to her auctions? Lisa is so beautiful. She is pretty. She has a beautiful smile. Oh, and her laugh. Her laugh makes me laugh when she laughs. You ever been around somebody like that? They laugh and then it makes you want to laugh. You don't even know what you're laughing at, but you're laughing because they're laughing. There's Sue B. Ella always goes up with this high pitch when she does Sue B's name. I will not even attempt that. But welcome in, Sue B. Sue B. There's Jessica, the one that always shares us out and shares our videos out and promotes our channels. You're welcome. There's my twin, Claudette. I didn't know either, Claudette, because I just come live. I just said, well, I might as well go today. I'm trying out each day to see which one's better for me. Mornings, evenings, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I'm trying to figure it out because I go to so many auctions. I don't want to miss the auction. And I'm trying to, work my lives into, me going to auction. Lisa's auctions are at night. I think she has them on Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe other days too, but she has a wonderful auction. Lisa does. I hadn't been able to get in there the last couple of nights because I have been exhausted when I would go to bed. There's Remy's mom. Remy's mom. Welcome in, Remy's mom. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Janet. Janet, I am sorry you had so much trouble with that pot that you wanted to get off Ella's auction today. Somebody mentioned, did she have pot holders? Ella goes out to her garage and gets plant holders, and it was just a communication error, And oh my gosh, it went from pot to planted to what color to this. It was just, it went back and forth. It was funny. Ella had a pretty good auction this morning. Everybody was helping Ella out. She has the worst time with ups, UPS. I mean, she sends packages off and then they want to charge her more after it gets to the destination. After she's measured and weighed and all that, they try to say that she needs to be charged more. Ella knows how to weigh and measure and all that, and she's not into cheating anybody. I know Ella well enough to know that. Happy old soul, and Ella goes, happy old soul. I can't go that loud. I'm an alto. I'm not a soprano. I will not try to mimic Ella because I will never be able to do that. Victoria. 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 I don't know if y'all been over to Ella's, but y'all all have because y'all come from Ella's. But you know the little person that Ella made that looks like Victoria putting on lipstick? That is the cutest thing ever. I don't know how people do that with apps and stuff. I wish I knew how to do things like that because I could think of a lot of things I would love to do with different things. But when she showed that of Victoria as a little, looked like a toddler, putting on lipstick, holding a mirror, I thought I was going to lose it. And actually, it took the shirt that Victoria had on that day and made the AI little girl an outfit with that same cloth, that same material. It was wonderful. There's Ellen. If y'all don't know Ellen, she goes live and she sells things. But not only that, she has devotion in the mornings. They don't last very long, 3 to 4 minutes maybe. And then she hadn't showed it lately, but she does have a goldfish pond that I love to watch those videos. Claudette is a fantastic mod. She's my twin, my mod. She's from Canada. I don't know if y'all know that. But she mods for a lot of different people. She is excellent supporter of channels. She watches videos. She comments. If you can ever get Claudette on your side, you are doing good. There's Catherine P. Catherine P. Catherine P. Welcome in, Catherine. Thank you for coming. Baby girl vibes. Oh, hello, baby girl. Baby girl supports me a lot. She's so, I don't know. She just offers blessings and wishes you well in life. And she just has a good attitude. It's always good to be around somebody that's got a good attitude. Man, somebody that always speaks negative, and I know everybody's going to have a negative day, but somebody that just continually talks negative and they're Debbie Downers or what I want to say, negative Nancy or something like that. You don't want to be around those people all the time. They drain the life out of you. I mean, I want to be around people that bring out the good, We have some things we have to discuss today. Hey, Michelle, welcome in, sister. Love you. Oh, sorry, Angie. It's been overcast, dust storms, and rain here lately. We like it, but it makes the pond like a mirror, so very hard to get decent video for you soon. I promise the fish are doing great. Oh, great. So, I've got to go. I've got to go Thursday for an echo on my heart. Nothing's wrong. Well, I don't think anything's wrong because I got a good report on my last visit to the heart doctor, but they just want to do an echo because I wouldn't let them do an MRI or CT, which is out. And of course, I wouldn't let them biopsy my heart out. So the last thing they said was, well, will you allow us to do an echocardiogram? I'm like, okay, because that's where they just put this little thing on there and they just rub it around and all this stuff. So I'm good with that, but I've got to go do that Friday, and that's an all day thing because this is the strangest thing. I've got to go over to the hospital, get the echo done, then go to the office, let them read it. I thought these people had a place in their office that they did echoes. I mean, I don't want to go all the way to the hospital, go through all that, then go over to the. They don't know how hard it is for me to get in and out of a vehicle. Okay, it is difficult. It's not an easy task. I'm just going to tell you, it's not easy. Hi, Kathy, how are you doing? So I got to go do that Thursday. Tomorrow, the lady, she couldn't come yesterday to clean my house, so she's coming tomorrow. It wasn't her fault, it was mine. See, for some reason, do y'all have this in y'all state? The utility company had a maintenance day and they had to maintenance something. So my lights were out from 9 something yesterday morning until almost 1:30. I didn't have any lights. So does y'all's light company do that? Or is it just our light company? I mean, here I am, and they send you an email, and a text message at about a week ahead and say, next week at this time we're going to be doing an outage. Just wanted to let you know your lights are going to be out from this time until they don't know when. Yeah, I'd like to know what they're maintaining. I don't like the sounds of it one bit. I know, and only reason I remembered that it was going to happen is because I heard the trucks outside my house. And I thought, what is all that noise? And then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, my lights are fixing to go out. Okay, so I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get dressed, trying to do everything I need to do before my lights go out. Guess when the lights go out? When I'm in the bathroom. Yeah. I'm sitting there, well, you know where, and the lights go out, and I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to see to get back in my wheelchair? Okay, but I made it. I made it. Lord, if I would have thought, well, I'll just sit here until the lights come back on, that wouldn't have went over well. But anyway, that's what I got going on this week. Other than that, everything's cool. What are y'all gonna do for Labor Day? Labor Day's coming up. I remembered that. My son is supposed to be bringing the girls maybe Friday and stay this weekend, which I hope he does. Libby's got a double ear infection. I wanted to read y'all something. That if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you wouldn't have seen this. And even if you were, you may not have paid any attention. But I thought this was interesting. Um, you know where it says different sayings that we get, that get handed down to us. Um, like one of them is the pilot's machine gun ran off ammunition that were 9 yards long. Okay, so during battle, when the pilot had used up all the bullets, he had quite literally give the enemy the whole 9 yards. I did not know that's where that saying came from. the whole 9 yards. I didn't know that. Hi, Mary B. Welcome in. All right, the next one is hold on a minute. They get better. Okay, hold on. In ancient times, it was common for newly married couples to receive bottles of honey for wedding gifts. Okay, the couple would consume this drink during the month of wait, hold up, not honey. Yeah, it was something with honey. Hold on. I'm trying to get this out. Oh, they would receive this drink with honey in it. Okay, back in ancient times, and as a wedding gift, the couple would consume this drink during the month of marriage. As it would seem to promote having babies, fertility, and all this stuff, and happiness. This tradition of drinking honey based wine over a monthly moon cycle led to the phrase honeymoon. Now, did y'all know where that phrase honeymoon come from? It came from ancient times where people would drink a drink with honey and it promoted fertility and happiness, and therefore we have the saying honeymoon. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just crazy. There's where the phrase honeymoon comes in. Hey, Kim, how are you? Welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Melinda. Hey, Melinda. Melinda does a lot for the community. She and her grandson Zane, which y'all all know Zane, he's very mature for his age. I think he's only 11 years old, but he's very mature. And he's raising money for he's in Boy Scouts, I think. And he's raising money. Melinda can put it in the chat. I don't want to say it wrong. Welcome in, everybody. So the next thing I want to share with y'all is this. Inventions everyone thought would be huge until they flopped. Inventions that everybody thought they would be huge until they flopped. Wait, that's not what I wanted. During the 1700s, the British, hold on, I'm trying to do this with it running. We know where the honeymoon, all right. During the 1700s, the British Navy had punishment where a whip would be used. This whip was called Cat of Nine Tails. So when the sailor was up to no good and was punished using this whip, it would often leave the sailor too stunned to speak. This is where the common phrase, cat got your tongue. Can you believe that? It was on ships where pirates were getting disciplined and they couldn't speak. And that's where we get the phrase, cat got your tongue. Can y'all believe that? All these just amaze me. I couldn't believe that these common phrases that we use on a daily basis, like where they originated from. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the next one said. Back in the early days of America, before dollars and coins were, people, they bartered. You know what I'm saying? Hunters would um, would often use the skin of male deer. That was their trade. Known as buck, to trade for goods. That's why we call a dollar bill a buck. Is because back then they traded deer skin for things, and once money came along, they never changed that. They always just said a buck. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's so interesting. Hi, Crawdad. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And there is he is raising money for his Boy Scout activities like camp and stuff. Like the more he sells or donations he gets, his fundraiser less the 650 we have to pay just for Scout Camp Week. Yes, yes, there you go. Where can they donate, Melinda, or can you put that information in? Hey, Papa Smurf, how are you? Hey, Virginia. Thank you, Kim, for doing that for Claudette. Uh-oh, not letting you post? Oh, Jessica did? Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Oh, I see you're not blue, Melinda. I'm sorry. Oh, so we get these phrases that we use on an everyday basis, like, this only cost a buck. This was only a buck. Well, that phrase has been around since the 1700s. Can you believe that? Crazy. Let's see what else we got. These phrases lasted a long time. In the Middle Ages in England, a lord's wife named Lady somebody decided to ride her horse through the streets naked to protest the king trying to uh, make the poor pay more taxes, I think. And when she rode through the town, there was one guy named Tom that looked at her. Everybody else turned their head. Therefore, that's where the phrase peeping Tom comes from. Can y'all believe that? The word peeping Tom comes from the ancient times, and he was punished really bad. Welcome in, everyone. A lot of last names are that way too. Black and Smith are often from blacksmith lineages. Yes. Can you believe Peeping Tom come from a guy that looked upon this queen that was protesting against her husband because he was being ugly to the poor? And it has come this far, Peeping Tom. I mean, you can get arrested for being a peeping Tom. I mean, the law even uses that term, peeping Tom. Blistering Barnacles Adventures. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't think there's very many more. These were so interesting to me. So interesting. I like to learn about stuff like this. Oh, he had been struck blind. During the Victorian era, railroad became the new way of traveling, rather railroad. Workers and passengers would often jump off the moving train. Instead of waiting for it to stop too quickly to get to their destination, those who landed smooth would quite literally hit the ground running. So that's where the phrase hit the ground running came from. People jumping off trains. It just blows me away how these sayings have lasted hundreds and hundreds of years. My bestie used to have her bedroom in the basement, and they also had a turkey. She used to spy on her through the little windows every time she'd get dressed. Really? Guess what they named him? Peeping Tom. And no, they did not eat him. Look, so my cousin and his wife bought a little small calf to raise to butcher when it became a full grown cow. Okay. So his wife, my cousin's wife, fed this cow every day. Every day. Would go down there and feed it and everything. It got mature enough for them to slaughter the cow for meat. She was devastated. But her husband's like, no, that's what we bought it for. We're going to slaughter this cow for meat, and that's gonna be our beef. This is a true story. So they get that cow slaughtered, brought home, wrapped. I mean, everything's. She would not eat it. She would not eat any of that beef. I don't know if they named him or not. I can't remember. But I know she would not eat any of that meat after they got that cow slaughtered. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I don't think I could live on a farm where they now if they sold the cow and I didn't have to see what happened to the cow and it never come back to my house, I might could have that. Now, James was brought up on a dairy farm where they milk cows. They didn't slaughter them. But so they milk cows on the dairy farm. But I don't know if I could live on a farm where they butcher Hey Purple Winks, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, and there's Sassy Mary, my girl. How are you, Sassy Mary? Welcome in. So she wouldn't eat any of this beef after this cow had been, I mean, and they paid for it to get butchered, they paid for it to get processed. Farm life is different. You have pets and not pets. I'm not a good farmer. The Ultimate Acres LLC. Grand afternoon. Well, hello. We were just talking about farming. Um, I don't think if I had a farm that I would want any of my animals unalived. Okay. I don't want, if I'm going to have a farm, which I would like to have chickens if I was healthy. I'd like to have chickens. Now, some people don't like roosters because they don't want them crowing in the morning. I would love to have a rooster. I love to hear that in the mornings. But I'm an early riser and it's not going to bother me. So I'd have a rooster. I'd have some cows, horses, ducks. What else would I have? I don't know if I would have hogs and pigs. I don't know if I would or not. Roosters are mean. I name my cows dinner, 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 and dinner. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know you're new here. Welcome. Welcome in. Um, I've never lived on a farm. James did when he was growing up. I did not. I was more of a, I used to say I was a city girl, but I was more of a town because I've never really lived in a city. I've never lived in a city. I'm building one, starting in with all poetry function and considering ghost and sheep ending of the fall season. Now, sheep, they say, all right, now, this is just what I've heard. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if this is true. Because, like I said, I've never farmed. But they say sheep are dumb animals. I don't know because I've never had sheep. But they say goats eat anything and everything, and that's why people like to have goats. Uh but honestly, I always heard, in the Bible we considered sheep, that's gone astray and all that. And sheep are not supposed to be very smart and they have to be led everywhere. I don't know if that's true or not. Right, Ellen? Our rooster always chasing through the barnyard, evil critters. Hey, Krista's World, welcome in. What about peacocks? Do y'all know anything about peacocks? We raised a pig. Her name was Sizzling. We thought her tricks and we taught her tricks and she became a pet. When she got about 400 pounds and kept breaking out and rooting up the garden and laundry, she became dinner. Oh my. Well, thank you. Did Ella come in? I didn't see Ella. Oh yeah, there she is. Ella, 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 Ella. Ella is my sister from another mister. And if you haven't been over to her channel, well, you kind of live in not in this community because everybody knows Ella in this community. She has auctions, has a wonderful personality. She's from the UK, but she come over here to the United States years ago and became one of us. Which she never denies her British heritage. She really is proud of it. But I'm just saying, she come over here to spend her time with us. And you need to go over there and check Ella's channel out because she's amazing. I didn't see Ella come in. Thank y'all for doing that. For in Connecticut, we lived on a peacock farm on 100 acres. When they closed down, turned the remaining ones loose. They lived in the woods and they sound like a lady screaming when they sound off. Oh no. Peacocks are beautiful to me. I just think it's a lot of work. When I see animals, which we have had pets our entire marriage up until a few years ago when our last pet passed away, and I told James, I was like, I can't do it. I cannot have a pet and it pass away again. I was devastated. But so I know that having a pet is a big responsibility. But I can't imagine having three, four, five different types of pets that you have to first keep separated so they won't unalive each other. Then you have to keep healthy. Then you have to feed and water. I mean, I don't see how you do it. Yes, don't put you on the wheel. And Zane said thank you. Outdoor animals are a lot of work. Peacocks need a covered enclosure or they will roam off. Oh, wow. See, I don't know a lot about it. I know a lot about dogs because we've had dogs. But other than that, I don't know. Now, James, like I said, if we would happen to move on a farm and get animals, he would know all about them. I would not know anything. There's Susie Woozy Doozy. There's my friend. Hey, Susie. Now, let me tell you something about Susie. Susie lives by the Amish, which I've always wanted to go to Amish territory and just meet the Amish. I mean, they live the most simplest life that I don't see how anybody from the Amish could ever get stressed out. I mean, they live the simple lives. But she moved there and she was talking on, if you don't know, Susie has her own channel, go join it. She also comes on with Dawn Southern Finds and Yarn Again on Tuesday nights. They craft. Well, she was talking about the adventures that she's been having with the Amish ladies in her neighborhood. That, they use her for a taxi sometimes. I didn't even realize that Amish women were allowed to ride in a automobile. I didn't even know if that was, a thing. Because a lot of times the Amish get upset about the least little thing. They will shun you if you have a bigger barn than they do, or if your barn looks better than everybody else's. They will literally shun you. That's where the word shun come from, because Amish are good at shunning. You know, well, that's where it came from for me. How I learned about shunning is that the Amish will shun you for certain things. And I mean, when they shun you, everybody shuns you. Like the whole community will not speak to you, will not talk to you. I cannot even imagine, which it might be a good thing in a way, because a lot of times, you don't want people talking to you or communicating with you, but I'm sure it can get lonely at times. Somebody shuns you enough. You know what I'm saying? Amish make awesome food. The ones near us still use horse and buggy. I know. I mean, if I was brought up that way, I would probably love it if I didn't know anything else. You know, I probably would want, I'm the type of person I probably would have never wanted to leave, because they have some that leave and go on and see what the world's about. But I would have probably been one of those that never wanted to leave. And if I got used to a horse and buggy, then that would be my life. That's my life. But I don't know. Some of them have electricity and some of them don't. I don't know how far. See, you have the Amish and then you have the Mennonites. I think that's what they call. And there's a little bit of difference between them, but I don't get me to start talking about the difference. Which I'm not talking bad about this group of people. I really respect and admire them. You know, I really do, for what they actually do. Um, I would just like to go visit. They make beautiful furniture. They can build a barn in one day. One day they can build a barn. Can you imagine? I mean, they know work. I will say that. Work, they're not afraid of. Not afraid of work at all. So, but I would like to visit the Amish. Here there are no electricity and white top buggies. What is it with white top buggies, Susie? What does that mean? My eyes are watering again. What does white top buggies mean? I mean, I know everybody's stuff has to look the same. I mean, I don't think anybody can have anything better than anybody else. I think they all have to have the same looking buggy, and I don't know. I would begin to know about what their criteria is about, having stuff. I do know there are black buggies, white buggies, and white buggies and black buggies. Oh, did not working for us. YouTube has been messing with us all day. Oh, Melinda, I'm sorry. Um, so I was watching this thing on TV that was showing these Amish houses that were for sale and the acreage around, and I don't know where it was. They showed the inside of these homes, which these homes were built by the Amish. Everything inside was built, the tables, the chairs, the rocking chairs, the beds. You should have seen these homes on the inside. It was just amazing. Oh, they have yellow buggies too? Oh, I would not even. Hey, Christina, how are you doing? How are you doing since Misha passed away? Christina, she's been in the grieving stage. She had a fur baby to pass away, and look, if anybody has ever had an animal that's in your life that's like family, you know what it feels like. If you've had them for years and all that, it is a sad thing when that fur baby passes away. And I'm telling you, the last one we had, I told James, I said, we're not getting another one. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cried for I don't know how many days. I cried just like someone in our family had passed away, which actually it was, but I'm talking about like a human being. Wait a minute. They want me to look up what. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get to my let me get to my live. Okay, Melinda, the next time you type, you should be blue, honey. So, I know she's been going through a difficult time. I remember when she was working from home and I would watch her videos, Misha would get up, would bother her until she picked him up, and she would have to hold him and cuddle on him while she was trying to work because she worked from home a little bit. And she couldn't get her work done, but he would go on walks with her when she would do her daily walks, which reminds me, she did some great walks when she went. She would talk and she's Christian. She's a Christian lady, and she would give like talks on that, and it would just be inspirational. I mean, you would get a lot from that. I mean, it would be good. So check out. Oh, and she goes dumpster diving too. Great find. She finds a lot. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me go back up to Susie. Let me go back up to Susie's comment. Oh. The white buggy Amish are Nebraska. Amish generally the most conservative and don't have cell phones, only use fans with batteries, the wood burning ovens. Oh gosh. Can you imagine this heat and they're using fans with batteries? Oh yeah, was a sweet baby. So did anybody put in here what y'all gonna do for Labor Day? All right, Jessica, you have a good day. What are y'all doing for Labor Day? If Matt and them come, Matt, the girls, Haley has to work. We're probably gonna cook out. Taylor and Lincoln will come. You know, Brent works on the weekend. Oh, they took Lincoln to the monster truck show in Jackson this past weekend, where the big monster trucks, you know, they ride around and flip and wreck and do all that. Well, and they had motorbikes too. He would not wear the headphones. He would not wear the headphones for the hearing. He did pretty good, and then it got so loud it kind of freaked him out, so they had to take him out. But he loves to watch that on TV. He loves to watch the every time he comes here, he starts pointing at my TV saying truck, truck, and I have to turn the monster trucks on for him. I'm going to my sister's Friday for a couple of days with hubby. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, Susie, was that today? I'm a bit out of it. I just got back from my endoscopy and colonoscopy. Oh, bless your heart. I hope the test results come back really good. When was the last time I got that? It was right before I was not able to walk. So it's been several years, which the thing about it is now, see, my grandmother had colon cancer in her 60s, and they caught it and they got all of it, and she didn't even have to have chemo or anything. So they wanted the family to go and get regular colonoscopies because of her having colon cancer. And so we would go every year, but I haven't been in several years. But let me tell y'all this. So when they found it, her doctor said, we're going to try to go up in there and clip a little bit of it off and see if it's cancerous. Well, when they did the colonoscopy to clip a little piece of it off, they couldn't get to it because of scar tissue. She had so much scar tissue. Well, he said, we're just going to have to go in there and open you up and get it out and, you know, see then if it's cancerous or not. Well, when they did the surgery, come to find out it was cancerous. And he said had they been able to go in there and clip it before and get a piece of it before they did surgery, that it would have spread all over her body and that she would have not been with us. But because they wasn't able to reach it and get a piece of that cancer, she lived to be 84. I'm sleepy. I was napping. I'm going to need some food. They gave me crackers with peanut butter and some soda, but they made me not eat for 2 days. Oh, yeah, before your procedure, you couldn't eat. Yeah. They are finding that it's not so much about what your parents had anymore. It's more about the thoughts we take in with food, toxins, air. etc. My opinion. Yeah, I think so too. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. My grandmother on my father's side, which I'm talking about my biological dad, um, what that I found when I was like, I met when I was 32, 33. His mother, which was my grandmother, she smoked like a freight train, and she lived to be 101 years old. Yeah. My dad, if he hadn't stopped by now, I'm not sure. He smoked like I don't know what. Now he had a brother to die of liver cancer before I met him. His only brother. He had a brother and a sister. But but I think with and I don't know if y'all been watching everything that's going on, but they're taking away a lot of our food, which let's see, Mountain Dew is one that they are banning. Mountain Dew. Doritos, they're trying to take Doritos out. It was Mountain Dew, Doritos, which I don't eat Doritos and I don't drink Mountain Dew. Never did like Mountain Dew. It was too sweet. I just could not do. I just could not drink Mountain Dew. Could not do it. Colon cancer has genetic component. My grandmother had gastrointestinal cancer. They should ban Ensure. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? Welcome in. Don't ban Doritos. I won't have a channel. Yeah, I saw, and something's in there. Some ingredient is in Doritos that is toxic, and I cannot remember. It's Doritos, Mountain Dew, and something else, and whatever else it was, I didn't eat either. So I worked in a nursing home, and one of the guys who was 96 told me, "You want to live along like me, smoke, eat onions, and have a beer once a week." I mean, my his mother, she drank, she smoked. Well, she wasn't alcoholic, but she drank. She smoked. My dad smoked and drank, and well, he don't now. But what I'm saying is, he loved his beer now. Uh, so I have to go back in 5 years because I found a polyp today. Oh, okay. I have a colonoscopy every 3 years. Oh, I love Doritos, but I can live without them. Mountain Dew should have been banned years ago. The ingredients are radioactive. Oh, wow. I wish I could think of the other thing that it was Doritos, Mountain Dew, and I don't remember what else it was. But I think if they, back in the 80s when we were growing up, some of us, there were certain foods that, snacks that we liked, and they just disappeared. And I didn't even really pay attention to it until I saw a program saying, "Do you remember eating these snacks back in the 80s?" And then I thought, wait a minute, I don't remember them leaving. When did those snacks stop existing? They just stopped and I didn't even pay attention. So I think if Mountain Dew and Doritos are taken away, I don't think people will really, it won't be that big of a deal, is what I'm saying. They won't really be paying attention to it. But I do know this, hot dogs that has that red dye that they're supposed to be like causing children to be hyper and uh is it MSG or whatever it is? They're trying to ban hot dogs. Now, where in the world would our America be if we didn't have a hot dog? I mean, that's what makes America great is a hot dog. So I guess we'll have to make our own hot dog or have a beef hot dog or don't be too worried about polyps, Susie. My husband is 72 and they find few polyps every time he has a colonoscopy. They just zap them and tell him to eat more vegetables. Yes, yes. Hey, Lizbeth, how are you? The bill on the foods is just for Texas right now, though. Yeah, only a few states are doing it, I think. All our good snacks are gone, and the ones left have been altered. They don't taste like they did, but no, and I think we talked about that before. Food just does not taste like it did when I was growing up. I mean, it just don't. I mean, for instance, Coke does not taste the same as it did when I was growing up. I mean, to me anyway, Coke does not taste the same. I don't care how cold you get it, which I don't drink Coke. But when I did before I stopped drinking cold drinks, it didn't taste the same. Yeah, yeah, that's true. They are, yeah. See, make sure anybody didn't come in that I didn't see. But food tastes different because of the preservatives they added to literally everything. Yes. You are so right, Amy. Yes. So right now they're trying to change those. The Kennedy man, is it John F. Kennedy Jr.? What's his name? Or Robert? No, Robert was his daddy. The one that's in there now. American Coke is not the same. If you want the real Coke, you have to get the Mexican Coke. Oh, I didn't know that. My husband died of cancer when our four kids were young, and the doctor told us it has nothing to do with what you do in your life. Everyone is born with the cancer gene, so people will grow, some won't. Some people do. Well, I agree with that, Melinda. Let me tell you something. RFK, yes. He wants to ban fluoride. Yes, he does. Um, I feel like this. I think it's laying dormant in your body if you're conditioned to have it. Either stress or other things you do bring it forth. I had a friend that was in a camper and she stepped out her camper onto her step and slipped and her foot went into a hole and she twisted her ankle. She goes to the hospital, gets her ankle all seen about and all that. A few months later, come to find out, they diagnosed her with cancer. She believed that when she had the trauma of twisting her ankle and going through that it caused that cancer to activate or whatever you say it, and that's what caused it. Up until that time, it was laying dormant in her body, is what she thought. I've noticed that even my hamburger buns, I can leave them name things on the counter over 3 months. And oh, we were just talking about that. James and I buy bunny bread, okay? So I don't eat sandwiches, but he takes sandwiches in the summer to work because it's so hot. Okay. That bread will never mold. I mean, when I was growing up, you had to eat the bread. If you didn't eat the bread, it was going to mold. This bread does not mold. James and I were just talking about that. It does not mold. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Melinda. That had to be hard. That had to be so hard. Um, and another thing I've noticed, y'all notice how everything's shrinking? Like the hamburger buns you used to get used to be like this. Now they're like the crystal buns. You know, the little they're getting about this big around. So James bought a pack of hamburger buns the other day. He comes in with them. I go over to make my hamburger, you know, like put it on the bun and meat and whatever what else. I said they didn't have anything bigger than crystal buns. You know, crystals are those little bitty hamburgers. He just fell out laughing. He said everything's getting smaller but more expensive. And I said, yeah, I know. A trauma can cause cancer. That's what happened to my daddy. He was a police officer and got hit in the head with the butt of a gun and got brain cancer. Oh, wow. Birds won't even eat it when you throw it out. What does that tell us? Yeah. Yes. I got the ballpark burger buns. They are bigger. Oh, okay. I'll have to try those. I don't really care for light bread. I would rather eat cornbread, biscuits, rolls. I don't really care for light bread. I don't care for it at all. I don't really eat a lot of sandwiches. My dad died 18 months later. Oh my goodness. Soon as I get back on my feet, I'm getting a bread maker. Best to make your own. James wants us to start making our bread too. Yes, it was hard, but that's what made me so strong. Working two jobs and raising my kids on my own. Oh wow, Melinda. How long ago was that, Melinda? Yes. I used to have a bread maker and should keep it. I should have kept it. They are great. Um, so when I fell out the back door when Domino tripped me and I fell out the back door going to work one morning and I broke my ankle. I got 10 pins and two plates in my left ankle. I feel like that's what triggered my sarcoidosis to become active. I think it was laying dormant in my body, but when I did that, I think it triggered it. I think it become active. I'll always believe that. Um, my mama had one. I think one of my brothers took it. Oh, um, before then, I would always have like where you get your epidural for having a baby. I would always hurt right in that area, but it wouldn't be. I would tell my family my bone is hurting. It hurts. I think my bone, my spine is actually hurting. That's what I would tell them before I broke my ankle and I'm like I am today. Come to find out, it is my spine. The sarcoidosis is in my spine. And the whole time I'm thinking it's just my back hurting. And I believe it was activated that day I fell out the back door. It could have activated an MG. Also, I can't help but think your water is. Oh, yeah. That's exactly why I have it, is because of the water. That's why it's in my body, because of our water. Okay, Blistering Barnacles, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate you. Sounds like you and my mama would have a lot to discuss, Melinda. Stress and trauma do bring out hidden this. Yes. Well, James and I have been trying to move away for 7, 8 years. But I felt like this. I stopped drinking the water and I only drink bottled water. And which I know I shower in it, all that. Brush my teeth with it. But then I got to thinking, I already have it. I mean, is it going to get worse with me living here? I don't know. Like I said, James and I have tried to move away from here. We've tried to look for land, and that was our goal, was to, buy a place out in the country and, live out our last days. And then we decided, well, we're too old, because James wanted to have a farm, and he wanted to have animals, and he wanted to, just all this stuff. And I'm like, you're going to get so old one day, you're not going to be able to take care of all that. And our kids are not going to want it. And then they're going to sell it for pennies on the dollar when we pass away. So why do we want to do that? So I don't know what happened. Yes, they do. They do, Purple. Oh, you answered my question? Okay, let me see. Let me see. 28 years ago, my kids are now 30, 32, 37, and 40. Oh, wow. If it was 28 years ago, you had a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 12, no, no, a 12-year-old. Yeah, yeah, that's what you had. Wow. Just throwing this out there. Has anyone had issues post COVID with a horrible sore throat? It's been 12 weeks for me. I haven't had that, knock on wood, but the people that I've talked to in our area that have had that, sore throat has been one of the issues, like really bad sore throat. I'm having my 3rd doctor appointment today, and it seems it's getting worse after 2 different prescriptions. My daughter got laryngitis. Then it went into her ears. It's bad. My son-in-law had a sore throat first, possibly from sinus drainage when you sleep. It feels like I'm swallowing razor blades. I can barely eat anything. Well, they call it strep when you feel like you're swallowing razor blades. You have strep throat. Maybe that's part of it this time. Hey, Tuber Chat, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. That does sound like strep. And I know they probably have, Amy, but how many antibiotics have you been on so far? It's so weird. Can you speak, Amy, or do you have laryngitis, or is it just a sore throat? What did purple say? What did purple say? Power lines have a big impact. Yep. Trying to see, make sure I didn't miss anything. I had a cough and scratchy throat for months. It's something you have to work through, even when antibiotics, it didn't go away until it decided to. That's sort of like the cough. When I had it, I didn't think I was ever going to get rid of the cough. I coughed for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I told James, I said, is this cough ever going to leave me? And one day I started paying attention. I got to thinking, wait, I'm not coughing anymore. Hey, Dar, how are you? Are you feeling okay? I hope you're feeling okay. No antibiotics? That's strange. Do you think that's strange, or do you think that maybe you don't have an infection? But if it's strep, you do need an antibiotic. You do. I would think. I'm not an MD. I'm not. I'm so glad you joined us, Tuber Chat. Welcome in. When I go over to Tuber Chat's channel, he never sees me. He never sees me in the chat. My doctor had me on an antifungal mouth switch stuff. Wow. Yeah, I didn't mean straight lemon. I can't tolerate it. I meant lemon juice in the hot tea with honey. Yeah. Yeah. Dara, I hope you're doing okay. Was today the day that you were supposed to go for your treatment? Y'all remember Dara and y'all's prayers. She is starting her treatment for her chemo for she had to have a hysterectomy. And this is something she told on her channel. So I don't think she would mind me telling it. But not going to stay here. Oh, okay. I'm feeling good right now. I'm not going to stay here. But waiting on my husband to pick me up. Okay, well, I hope that the night goes well, and as time goes on that you don't begin to get nauseated and sick. And I have you on my prayer list, and I'm praying for you, Dar. I want you to know that. I really am. You know, they wouldn't give my daughter an antibiotic. They would not. They would not give her an antibiotic either. I don't know what that's about. They gave her a CPAC. Is that what it's called? And eardrops, but they would not give her antibiotic. I had never heard of that. I thought everything, you know, you go to the doctor, you have a sore throat, you get an antibiotic. I didn't realize that even happened, that you don't even get an antibiotic. I didn't know that. I'm going to ask my doctor this afternoon if she will put me on an antibiotic, because I think it feels more like strep. Agree with you all. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's what it sounds like. You're welcome, honey bun. But like I said, I don't know what it is. I understand that if you take too many antibiotics, that the next time you have to take antibiotic, you know, your body gets immune to it and la 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 la. But I mean, when you need an antibiotic, you need it. You know, they stopped giving it out so freely years ago. Too many were taking it, and many bacteria became resistant. Yeah, yeah, that's true. We do need it. Thank you, Michelle, for reminding everybody to give me a thumbs up. Yeah, especially for strep, because I'm gonna tell you something. Um, yeah, Z Pack. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A Z Pack is an antibiotic. Wait a minute, what? I am lost. I didn't realize that a Z Pack is an antibiotic of sorts, but very. I always loved a Z Pack. Yeah, that's steroids, isn't it? Oh, it usually works in 48 hours or less. But I despise steroids. But you have to take you have to take in consideration of how long that I've taken steroids. But if you don't have to take them for long periods of time, they're wonderful. But if you have to take them a long periods of time, like I have, they will destroy your body, destroy it. Yes, but if we don't take it when it's needed, we can die. It would have been one of them with cellulitis a couple of years ago. I was days from death, but four doctors missed now how bad it was. A Z Pack never helped me. Not a steroid, a strong antibiotic, large dose at once. Oh, okay. Um, so I had you know, if you have an infection, it can go into your bloodstream quickly if you don't, depending on how bad it is. You got to get that under control quick. So when I had to go in the hospital back in July, they come and looked at my legs where they were wrapping my it's something that works in people who can't take penicillin. I'm allergic to anything with that has a illin in the name. Oh my goodness. I'm allergic to aspirin. I can't take anything in the aspirin family. That's what got me in trouble this last time I went to the hospital. I didn't realize that meloxicam was aspirin or had aspirin in it. I did not realize that. Okay. Why? I don't know. I usually pay really good attention to my meds. Okay. But I wasn't supposed to take that meloxicam but a couple of days. What does Angie do? She takes it for a month or so. Well, the way I'm allergic to aspirin is it has to build up into my system. It's not like I take a couple of pills and I have this full blown, whatever. I have to take a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So I began to take it and it was making my arthritis feel so good. My hands were not hurting. I was loving this stuff. I was loving it. Then I started having all these side effects. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's wrong. What happened? What am I doing different? And oh, y'all allergic to Bactrim? Oh wow. Oh, both of my legs look like a flesh eating disease. Oh, Claudette, I understand. Hey, sis Angel, how are you? So I was doing something. I can take penicillin and they never give me that. It's always a Z pack, must be cheaper. Looks like penicillin would be pretty cheap. It's an old antibiotic. But what did I start doing? First of all, it breaks me out in welts. I start itching. I mean, really bad. Then my breathing gets bad. Well, they were putting the wraps around my legs. Well, because I was itching, I would take my fingers like this where the wrap was, and I would rub my leg like that to keep it from itching. Well, they would take the wrap off. It had fallen down on my leg. I didn't know it because I can't feel my legs. And then it started scratching up and down my leg when I would walk, when I would get up and go to the bathroom and all that. Well, she came one day and unwrapped my legs, and it was just cut up. I mean, it was just scratched like a child that would fall off a bicycle or something. It was just scratched. And she said, "Oh, that doesn't look good." I still got pictures on my phone of it. It is not. Oh, it's bad. So I looked down at it and I was like, "Oh," it shocked me that bad. And she said, "Yeah, it's bad." And I'm not sure if it's cheaper, Christine. I think may be more expensive, but it's very common used nowadays. So the doc may not be playing it safe, but not prescribing penicillin. So she said, if it's not better by this date, then we may have to go to the hospital. So they clean it, bandage it up, put the wraps back on it. The next time she comes, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to be a lot better. They unwrap it. Oh my goodness. When I looked at it, I was like, I know, I got to go. I got to go. I know what you're going to say. Come to find out, I had MRSA. I think that's the name of it. MERSA. I had MRSA. MRSA. You know how they'll swab it? They'll swab your leg with something and send it off and see what it grows. That's what I had in my leg. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I had. There's the cool kid of the block. Welcome in. Welcome in, Nora. Wondering where the cool kid was. The cool kid, she is hanging out and she's running around on the bike or in her car or whatever nice ride she has, and she's listening to music, running around, living her life, and she's just a cool kid, man. What can I say? When I grow up, I want to be like Nora. That's what I want to be like. I'm okay, girl. How are you? So I was just explaining when I went to the hospital back in July what happened. So I stayed in the hospital July the 2nd through the 6th. And, I was getting antibiotics from a IV. I mean, they wanted to get this cleared up quickly. And it happened quickly. It didn't happen like it was a long period of time. No, this happened like quickly. Infections that you mostly get while you're in ER are longer stay in the hospital, believe it or not. Yeah. Well, you better go grab you something to eat, Sister Michelle. But they got me all cleared up and everything. But also, I want to tell y'all this. A girl that lived here in our town, she had a place to come up on her hind parts, and she was trying to doctor it herself. She was in her 50s, maybe her early 60s. I don't remember. And she didn't tell anybody. She was trying to handle it herself. She wasn't married. She lived with her mom, you know. And she was going to the doctor, you know, but it was like it then got to a bad place by the time she went to the doctor. The doctor was trying to treat it, you know, and come to find out she had to be hospitalized. And she went septis and she did not make it. Nope. You have to be, and I'll tell you something else that I didn't know was common. I didn't know this was a common thing. I didn't know that a UTI was that common because before I got sick, I never had a kidney infection, a bladder infection, a UTI. I never had anything like that. But I didn't realize that that was a common thing. And I didn't realize how dangerous that is to have one that would go untreated. I didn't realize that not treating a UTI was like a very serious thing. Like you've got to get an antibiotic for that because that can go wrong quickly. And I didn't realize that. What? What is that? Wait, what? Yeah, that's so sad. What is that? That's where it goes into your bloodstream. Then they can't do anything about it. You hardly ever make it. Now some people do. When it goes into your bloodstream, the infection goes into your bloodstream. I'm allergic to many of the antibiotics. Ooh. Oh, a UTI. Oh, okay. Oh, you did? Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the yes. Funny you mention that, but a UTI isn't always felt in a lady's part. Sometimes it stays in your bladder or kidneys, even reaches. Yes, yes. See, anytime I already can recognize when that's happening to me, and my doctor, I will call him and say, "Look, you know how hard it is for me to come into the office, and you know how James works. I know I have a UTI. I know I do. I've already had enough of them that he knows I know. And he'll prescribe me a one-time antibiotic, but he'll tell me, now you have to come in when James is off work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't want it to get out of hand. He doesn't want it to me wait until I can come see him and then it's gone too far. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true, Ellen. Yes. And sometimes you can have one and you don't even realize it until it's gone really, really out there. They had nurses here every day taking care of my legs and putting the IV in and antibiotics. They knew how close I was to go and say, "Oh, Claudette, mm, I love you too, Nora. I'm gonna come see you when I can catch you. When I can catch you live, girl." No, Amy, just a girl that had them after and had kids and friends that have dealt with them. I know stuff. Nurses for 8 weeks. Thank goodness it's free here in Canada to have home care like this. Oh, yes, Claudette. Yes. But if Claudette's like I was, and I don't know if this happened to her or not, how fast did that happen, Claudette? Like, I mean, did you how, I guess what I'm asking is how soon did you call for someone to come when it got how bad was it before you called? How long was it before you called? And see the thing about me, I don't think if home health had been already coming to my house, that I wouldn't have tried to doctor it myself, me and James. And James and I, because I'm tired of going to doctors and hospitals. So it was a good thing that they were here to tell me, Angie, you got to go, honey. You got to go. Because I would have probably said, let's use some antibiotic cream on it. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I probably wouldn't even have went to the hospital, to be honest with you. Yeah, yeah. I know more about my body than I've known before cancer. I read everything and I researched. Yes. And here's the thing, I like to have a doctor that knows that I know my body. I don't want to go to someone that acts like I don't know what I'm talking about because he has this big ego. I want him to respect the fact that I know my body. I'm not making stuff up. Lord knows I'm not. I have enough wrong with me as it is. And I'm not saying some people don't make stuff up to get attention or get medicine or whatever. But if you're really attentive, you know your own body. And you can tell them what's going on if they will listen. We had an awesome doctor that would literally pull books off the shelf and explain stuff to me. He was a teaching doctor, delivered my last two kids, and I miss him muchly. He retired when we moved it. Oh yeah, I cannot stand it when you have a doctor that you love and he retires, which I know they deserve retirement, and I always tell them, I know that you deserve retirement. I'm so happy for you. I want you to live your life, out where you can retire, and all this stuff. But I miss them because, especially ones that have saved my life, you know, for medical. Claudette, Canada is awesome for medical. When I was in Calgary and my lung collapsed, the hospital bill was only $200 down. Here in the States, it would be 20,000. Yes. Did anyone ever have a grandma who used betadine on? Yes, Lord Jesus. Yes, Lord Jesus. Yes. Sure did. Yes. I went to emerge once. It started just a small sore. 4 different doctors, 2 wanted to admit me. I wouldn't stay in. Luckily, went to a hospital an hour away and they called it then 8 weeks nurse. Mm. He is in Connecticut, so it would be a long commute if he was still working. Oh, yeah. Angie, I agree. I know my body, and I know when my doctors are blowing smoke up my butt. Yes. So many have done that to me, even though I know better. Yes. Totally agree. Mine did. We had I don't know, Mercurochrome in the medicine cabinet. I hated them both. Yeah, I know it. Oh yes, it's better. I feel you guys have to pay. It's so wrong. I swear I can still smell it. Oh, I know. Betadine. 100% small sore. That burned like crazy. My grandma used monkey blood on cuts and stuff. Ooh, what is monkey blood? What name is that? Hey John, welcome in. How are you doing? There's John the reseller. Shanika, welcome in. John has shows with Uni Magic and Angela Vintage and more. Maybe it's Angela's Resale Vintage and more. But I'm so glad you stopped by. Drop your link, John. Tell us where you're going to be. Shanika, what are you doing? Welcome in. Shanika has videos on her channel. She does unboxings, like jewelry unboxings and stuff like that. She's in Josie's place a lot during her auction and Dee's. Oh, she's working on new jewelry. Yes, she does jewelry art. That's true. Yeah, the red stuff that was horrible. Yes. My mom is 84. When the doctors call for her yearly checkup, she tells them I'm 84 and don't need no checkup. That's why I've lived so long. Y'all aren't poisoning me. Well, when you live that long, you ought to be able to do anything you want to do. Oh, making a hummingbird jewelry art piece. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, Johnny, welcome in. How are you? Y'all, Johnny is going to start his new show this next Monday, I think. You know, he on Monday he used to have bingo. Well, he stopped having bingo, and he and Mark are going to do a new show. I don't know if it's going to be table talk. He does have a section called table talk. I really don't know what the name of it's going to be. But it's going to be sort of like uh, a subject. They're going to talk about sort of like Josie and I do on the calm before the storm is what I'm thinking. And when Ella and I used to do keeping it real, I think it's going to be like that. I'm not really sure. I may be talking way out of line, but it's going to be this Monday, and y'all need to check that out because Johnny and I think a lot alike about positivity and bringing positivity into one's life instead of always bringing negativity, which sometimes you have to talk about the negative things to come to an understanding. You know, you do have to talk about the negative things. I mean, I'm sure Johnny's like me. He doesn't live in Disneyland. He knows that people go through a lot, but there's a way to address everything you go through, and it doesn't always have to be negative and sad. And I'm all for having your moment. Okay, when something bad happens to you, have your moment, have it, embrace it, become one with it. But then you got to move on. You got to take steps forward to get past it. Because if you never get past it, you stay in the same spot, everybody else is going to leave you behind, and you're not going to understand why no one's paying attention to what you're saying. That's because they've moved on. It's not that they don't love you or care about you or whatever. They do, but they have their own life to live. But check that show out. There's John's link. Yeah, the red stuff you used to put on cut. Yeah. Oh, pizza. Yeah. Oh boy. Monsoon season has finally arrived. We have another bomb going on, dust storm with thunder too. Oh no. Ellen is hugging Johnny. Everybody speaking. Oh, did Amy? Why didn't you tell me? I could have sang happy birthday. I know it'd be late, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Amy. Oh, yeah, cause that trouble, girl. It will start September the 8th. It will be Wind Down Monday collab and networking going with the flow type show. Oh, okay. Hey, Pamela. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it, Johnny. I'm anxious to see. I like bingo, but I could never stay in there long enough. It couldn't keep my attention. It didn't go fast enough. And I would go in and support everybody that was playing and speak to everybody. And I would then, sit there and watch, and then I would go and, you know, visit other channels. I'd come back and see what was going on with bingo. But I'm anxious for this one to come out because I think it will keep my attention more than the bingo did. He said, "Who? Not me." Amy, you and Michelle made beautiful 20, the same birthday. Oh, they have the same birthday? Hello, Ron. How are you? Welcome in. I said it was yesterday, as I do every morning for those who are having a birthday. Thank you, Claudette. We're going to still have open mic with those who want to join the panel. Oh, okay. Amy, my birthday was the 14th, and Jim's birthday was the 20th. Yesterday, bingo was great. Couldn't believe Lori won 4 times. That was cool. Oh, that had to be cool. Are you ready for a showdown on Thursday night? Oh, is that when Moolywood Squares happen? Okay, let me tell y'all about this. Let me tell y'all about Moolywood Squares. Okay, it's on Tracy Cake's channel. And she collabs with OG Colleen, OG. So when I'm watching this, y'all, and y'all each are showing y'all's what y'all have for sale and all that. Then y'all go into it's like Hollywood Squares, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Then y'all go into talking once people are trying to bid or whatever. Oh my goodness. About the third thing that y'all are gonna sell or whatever, my brain is like firing like crazy, trying to keep up with everything that's going on. It's just pinging, 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 and I'm going. I don't know how much more of this I can take. My anxiety is like, how are they doing this? Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's a good game show. It's a good program. Y'all have to go over there and see it. It's on Tracy Cake's channel. And it's awesome. Y'all have to go over there and check it out. I hate that part. All of us speaking at once. I have to just mute my computer. It's so crazy. I know, Amy, I'm just like, oh, when that happens. It's a hoot and a lot of fun, but crazy. Yeah. I just show my item. I don't need to yell or run my mouth. Um, some people just show their item and then they don't really say anything, but some of them do, which is fine. I mean, whatever you want to do and how you want to present it. Now, Amy has a lot of beautiful brooches, crosses, uh, other types of jewelry. Johnny sells a little of everything. I mean, I know y'all familiar with Johnny, but he sells he does sell jewelry, but he sells other items too. Um, Amy said, yes, I follow Johnny's lead on that one. We get 1 minute to talk about our item. Yeah, I thought y'all were timed on that. I thought y'all were. Do y'all have like, and I don't know if you can tell this or not, but is it like 10 things that y'all do? And then after that, the game's over? Or is it like 8 things y'all do? I know that each one is a different thing, like a $2 buy it now, a $8 start bid. I'm just giving an example. I don't even know if this is the way it is, but um, do y'all do that 8 different times, or how does that work? And you can get some good deals. I mean, you really can get some good deals. It is 5 rounds of buy it now and 5 rounds of bid, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 each. Then the last round is a starting bid of $1. Look, you know what? It's all mixed. Not, you know what? I thought this for that I thought would be interesting. You know how the guy used to be in the middle? What was his name? I loved him. I cannot think of his name. On the original Hollywood Squares. Oh my gosh, what was his name? But anyway, I thought that whoever was in that middle square should come on there, and like I did with the Angie sale, when I did it, I gave things away because I wasn't a seller. I didn't sell things. Paul Lennon, yes. And Wink Martindale. Paul Linden. Yeah, that's who it was. Um, so when he, I said, well, you know what? She should have somebody in that middle square that gave away free gifts, and the first person, they could draw a number and say like 6. The number, the person that was number 6 that put free in the chat would get that free gift because everybody's not able to purchase. So I thought maybe if she had somebody in that middle square that could take all the noise and the monotony of all that's going on and just give away free gifts. And if they nothing else, say, okay, you only have to pay the postage on this gift and you win this. That would help the ones that couldn't purchase anything. There's Nana T. Hey, Nana. I've been missing you. So glad you dropped in. Middle square is our monitor. Yeah, but I don't think she's always been the middle square, has she, Amy? I don't think she always has. But I'm just saying that would be something different that she could do. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't have to be every round. Maybe this person could do 5 rounds of giving something free. Okay, we're going to do a free gift in the middle, and the person shows the free gift and everything. And the first person to put free in there, and somebody pulls a number like 7, and the 7th person that said free gets the gift. But the only caveat is you have to pay the shipping on it. You know, I just thought that would be something different. I know you've been busy. Well, thank you, Amy. I mean, she might not want to do it every time, but just try it out, because I mean, the way things are nowadays, everybody cannot purchase. Everybody would like to purchase something, but they can't. They're in there to watch and to have a good time. But that would probably build morale if they could win something. Everybody wants to win something. After all, it's a game show, and well, see, that's what I'm saying. They pay the shipping. You don't pay the shipping. They pay the shipping. They'll pay the shipping. You just give the gift away. Because I know shipping is going like out the wazoo, like crazy. Thank you, Michelle. Um, and if it's a flop, it's a flop. But you never know, unless you try. You don't ever know, you know. Uh, like I said, everybody can't afford to come in and purchase things, and that might make them feel more part of the game if they had a chance of winning something. You know what I'm saying? And they can participate. That might change it, something. I don't know, which is not my game. I'm just trying to say that would be something that they could think about. But oh yeah, I know. I do. I used to give free stuff on my channel, and I still do, except I'm not doing it today. I have always give free gifts on my channel and paid the postage. I've never asked anybody to pay for postage or anything. That was just me giving back to my channel because I'm so glad to have people come to my chat. Uh which I love to give things away. I love that. And I really, if I only give 3 things away, I figured that up in my monthly money that I use for my auctions. Because like I said, all right, Amy. Hope the doctor goes well. Love you. See you later, dear. Ooh, baked chili mac and cheese. That sounds awesome. I have no idea what we're having for supper. Um, we had we had breakfast for supper last night. James and I did. We hadn't had that in a long time. Hey, Michael, how are you? Welcome in. It was a pop up, Michael. I love giving stuff away. I do it all the time. I just feels good. Yeah, that's the way I am. But what I was going to say is what a lot of people there was no reason they would know this. I allot myself a certain amount of money a month for auction. Once I run out of that money, I don't purchase any more from auction because I feel like if I do, then I'm just going to start spending and spending and spending, and I'm just going to get out of control. So once that money is gone, no matter how many channels I go to and purchase, I stop purchasing until the next time. And so I allow myself so much for like shipping when I want to do free gifts and stuff. I do the community thank you and monthly birthday prize wheels and give away every live, but it's really is getting pricey, especially the shipping. And believe it or not, many will still at paying shipping. Yeah, they will. But you could try. Yep. Mom tells me to get rid of the stuff. No, I have been. That's smart, Angie. With others did that too. Well, about a month ago, James was like, "You want to increase your amount that I put in that account for you to go to auctions? Do you want me to put more out of the checking account into that account?" I'm like, "No." He just looked at me like I had two heads. I said, no, don't put any more money in it. And I said, if you start putting more money in that account, I'm just going to spend it. I'm going to spend it on auctions. There's always something I can find to buy. So don't do that. I know that I want this certain amount to go in there. Once that's gone, I'm not gonna buy anything else. Now here that it's coming up Christmas time, I might will go over what I normally spend because Christmas is coming up. But because I buy a lot of my Christmas on through the auctions, especially for my grandbabies. I buy a lot of their gifts. And so I might go over what I usually spend, for Christmas. But normally it's just a certain amount and that's it. Yes, we did. Ella was in when Angie started. I just got told my Poshmark birthday box is tracking and the seller, and he knows it was lost. Oh, wow. Let me talk to James. I'll have you at my auction more. Kidding. You know me. I'm kidding. I know, Nana. Oh, wow, Michael. Oh, wow. Sorry that happened. But you know, here's the thing, and I don't know if y'all feel like this or not. Uh Whatever lifestyle you're used to, you're gonna stay with that lifestyle unless you can discipline yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you have a certain lifestyle that you like to meet, then you're gonna spend, because sometimes in my younger ages, when I was in my 30s, early 30s, whatever, had young kids, James and I, whatever we made, we spent. You know what I'm saying? We just would, uh, we wanted our kids to have stuff. We wanted to go on vacation. We wanted to, just live life. And I don't regret any of that. And we saved a little, but not like we do now. I mean, now that both children are out of the house and have their own home and their own children, I mean, we can save more now than we ever did when they were at home. But I feel like the more you make, the more you spend if you're not disciplined. And I just felt like if he would put more money in that account, that I would just spend it. I mean, I know me. I would just spend it. I was going to give away to a subscriber. I think it did not want to send it. It was two luxury bags. Oh, wow. I used to make a lot of money. I was a realtor. Oh, wow. I think I remember you saying that, Michael. I'll be traveling next week to visit Dawn and Mary, Two Hip Chick, and be staying in Korea on Sunday. Would like to meet up if you're able. Oh, that would be nice. Have they moved yet? Johnny, have they moved? Has Dawn and Mary moved yet? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I thought I had all the time in the world to make more. Yeah. No, they're still getting things sold in their next estate sale next month. Oh, I miss them so much. I know they have a show on once a week, but somehow I can't catch everybody's show. I mean, I just don't understand what's going on. But I used to go in there, when they would go to the estate sale and show the picture, or before they would go to the sale, and they would play estate bingo. I used to go in there, but I miss them being on Wednesday on Johnny's hump day auction. Oh, she can't make it. That's funny. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 12. Yeah. Every Thursday is the estate sale bingo. Yeah. Oh, I hadn't been in there, Michael. Not lately. Oh, they are? Oh, okay. Y'all need to go over to Michael's channel. Y'all don't have anything to do and check his lives out. He just put in there, I'm doing live every morning starting Thursday. But I am so glad that y'all dropped by today. Hi, Lena. How are you? Welcome in, dear. I hope Shadow's doing okay. How are you? Welcome in. So, I'll be doing a video on a topic. Uh, it's called my neighborhood chat video. It's not our live chat. And I always discuss a certain topic, and I've tried to cut it back between 10 and 15 minutes and not let it go over that. And, you know, try to stick within that time frame. Oh, there's Francine. Oh my gosh. Francine. I'm hugging you too. What show are you going to be on? Oh, I bet you're going to be with Dawn. Oh, I think I saw that. I love you. We got to get together and talk, girlfriend. If y'all don't know Francine, y'all are missing out. That's my girl, Francine Finds and Auction Time. She's awesome. Y'all need to go over there and check her out. She has auctions. And I missed your auction the other day. I cannot believe it. Oh, great. 32. I'm excited. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought that. Shadow is keeping me busy. She's not eating good since the surgery. She has post op this week. Mm, I hope she'll start eating. But you know, anytime I've ever had surgery, it took a while for my appetite to come back. You know, for some reason when you get put to sleep, I think that's part of it. That you lose your appetite, which is a good thing for me. I mean, it really is. Francine is such a beautiful person. Y'all got to go over there and check her out. Um, but I'm so glad that you all came in to visit me today. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a video. But y'all know I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Everybody that's been in this chat are wonderful people. Y'all got to check their channels out. Y'all would be crazy not to. Check them out. Go support them. Tell them I sent you or not. It doesn't matter. Just go over there. Give them a thumbs up. Be polite. Be positive. You know, don't be going in there with drama and yeah, and so said this, and I'm not happy with it. No, don't bring it. Don't bring it. You know, do that behind the closed doors if you have to. And then maybe we can go on a talk show and talk about it, you know, and just as adults, but not as children. You know, if you can talk to me like an adult, I'm all for it. I mean, we can disagree and I can talk to you like an adult if you can talk to me like one, and we can come to a understanding that we can't agree. So we'll just agree to disagree. And it'll be okay. That doesn't mean I don't like you. That doesn't mean that I don't love you. It just means we don't agree. You know, but some people want to take it so personal. If you don't agree with everything they agree, then oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. No, 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 no. I mean, do you mind that my favorite color is green? Do you mind that I love to eat seafood and you don't? I mean, that doesn't seem to bother you at all. But there are other topics that just go off the rail that people don't want to talk about. And I don't understand it. But I mean, we'll understand it in the sweet by and by, won't we? But we can at least respect each other if we don't like each other. I'm not asking you to like everybody or even like me, but respect everybody. Respect them. That's right. No more deleting your channel. Let me make sure I didn't miss. Oh, thank you for that. That's right. Gossip is not needed. Okay, my beautiful neighbors. I will see you all next time. It's been fun. Fun, fun, fun. And like I said, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And if you need me, my email is in my page. Send me an email. Like, share me out. Leave a comment. Bye, neighbors.